All right, got two kitties in the frame. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Haven't done videos in a little while because I've been busy building another computer for video editing, all that stuff. So I figured today, since I had the Cat 289D3 in the shop just for checking it over, I'd figure I'd do 5 things I hate and 5 things I love. So let's go over it. All right, let's do a walkover of the machine real quick. It's the 2-speed high flow XPS. Try to keep it clean. I mean, you know, it's a working machine, so. But with the price of these things, might as well keep it clean. So we'll go over it here real quick. Nothing too special. I have some upgrades in mind. So, alrighty. So let's see where we can start on this. All right, 5 things I hate. First of all, there's no InCab storage. Let me show you around here. So, InCab storage, pretty much non-existent. I mean, you want to keep the rear shelf, you know, clear in case of emergency egress there. So you don't want to put anything behind there, and it's kind of hard to do anyway. Up here, you got, you know, the tiniest cute little netting there that I use for, you know, a gate clicker and some sunglasses, but that's about it. Obviously up on this side, you can see the control center, whatever, and switches. But then coming down, there's, you know, the footwell area, and there's really no room in there. The only space that might be available might be right there. I might have to put something down there, but it depends on how fat my butt is on that day and the seat coming down. I don't know how much space there will be. So, yeah, kind of cramped quarters. I mean, I wish there was at least space for a, you know, like a sandwich or something, you know, like a tiniest little lunch box or lunch pail or something like that. I'd love to have that. Just space. All right, well, that's number 1 I hate. Okay, let's close this back up. Second thing I hate, dislike, hate, is the tie-down points on the machine. So I'm used to my Cat 305. You know, there's things here and there. So we got tie-down points, one right there under the arm on both sides, I understand. Those tie-down points down there, which are just about useless. I mean, as you can see, the tracks, you can see how much space there is between the tracks and the loader arms. I mean, I can't get a chain or binder or anything through that or do anything. Also, if I have my mower on, excuse me, if I have my mower on there, then, I mean, it's totally blocked. So those are kind of useless. These I end up using, okay. Still not preferred because they're just kind of up high and not very in good line of sight. So let me close this here real quick so we can get a better overall view. Take that out for now, close it. So on the back is the only tie-down points that I like. So these guys are super thick. Of course you can see they're already messed up, but that's what they're for. Those are good. So what I'm used to on my Cat excavator is on the track frame. They have tie-down points. So I do believe I understand the reason for Caterpillar doing no tie-down points on suspension is because the suspension is literally what it means. It's suspended. The track frames are suspended on torsion housings. So it doesn't actually physically lock the body down of the, you know, the skid steer, or sorry, compact track loader. So I guess because it's not as secure. But then again, why are there tie-down points on the loader arms? I mean, I know we got the loader arm saddles there that kind of, you know, pull down on the machine. But yeah, you know, as you can see here, let me see if I can get a good video of it. But the track frames only got 2 points of contact. See, there's one there, and there's one back there with the hoses. So the track frames are only, you know, 2 points. But I see, you know, sometimes I just don't understand. I mean, the track frames are secured down, that'd be great. Or have tie down points. All right, enough rambling on that. Let's wait for these wonderful motorbikes to get past us here. The other thing is the quick attach, or whatever you want to call the front thing, hitting the loader arms. I mean, as you can see here, when this loader arm or the quick attach is pointed straight down at the ground right now, just for maintenance and accessing grease joint points there, Zerk fittings. As you can see on the loader arm right there, it hits that point right there. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I get it, but why can't there be a little bit of a sacrificial piece of metal or some little piece of rubber? I obviously understand will, you know, totally go to crap in a, you know, quick second. But just that it's, you know, just mangling the paint. The other side, not so much, as you can see here. It's not so bad, but it's very annoying to see that and have that happen. All right, well, the other thing is that I understand, sort of, but the debris guarding on these machines don't come standard. So that means, you know, the cab to the chassis, as you can see here, just has big gaps going inside. I don't know how much you can see in there. And on the front, there's just a, you know, just big, just holes that just all this debris can go in. Especially back here, you know, I mean, it's kind of annoying to have to clean that out. Also, the Cat 299 has a better, you know, rear door seal system, as you can tell if you look at other Cat CTLs. The 299 has a little bit different rear door design, but as you can see, it's just straight into the engine compartment, straight into the engine compartment up top. I don't know, let me walk on the track here. But yeah, it's got easy ingress to the engine compartment. You know, I just want to prevent that crap from getting in there. So I think I'm going to just use regular little mud flaps. So, but yeah, I mean, I wish the cab would have better guarding. So that's number 4. Number 5 is the door. The door cannot open at any other place other than the loader arms fully down. I understand Caterpillar does that for safety reasons, but it totally makes it useless. Like if you got to go out, one-man person load something, or you know, where the loader arms have to be up a little ways to load something, then you got to secure something on the loader arms or the forks that you may have on there, and you can't get in or out. So it almost makes certain loading operations a two-man job. I mean, I understand the safety aspect of it all, but I just don't understand why Caterpillar does that. I mean, there's so many, like Takeuchi, the TL10 and 12, I believe, they have doors that, you know, swing up and out. Of course, you'd have to redesign the cab, but that, I love that. So I don't know why they couldn't do that, unfortunately. But, you know, other than that, it's pretty good. So that was 5 things I hate. Now comes the 5 things I love about this machine. So first is dual self level, meaning when you're loading something and you have dual self level actuated, like for instance the bucket, you want to keep it level up through the travel of the loader arms. It stays level going up and it stays level going down. So that's one cool thing that I've used numerous times. I mean, you know, on forklift operations and all that stuff. Other thing is ride control. Ride control on this thing is, I'm not going to get into the mechanics of it, but when you're traveling and you have a load in the front bucket or no load, it goes into the ride control mode depending on what mile per hour or what speed setting you have it at. I have it currently at the lowest. I might change it, whatever. But it allows your front arms to float kind of like a cushion of, you know, like on a cushion of air, whether they're loaded or not. So it uses a little accumulator inside the, you know, in the valving there to compensate for the shock load, which is cool. So like if you have a load of dirt that you're driving along on, you know, rough road, the loader arms bounce in accordance with keeping the load level and secure. So that's really, really nice. I mean, I don't know what I would have done without it in some situations, because you know how these CTLs ride kind of crappy. So the third thing I love about this 289 is the power for this size of machine. I understand that the 299 has more power and the 299 D3XE has even more. I totally get that. But the reason I got the 289 is because it does not need DEF fluid. So, see, no DEF fluid tank. It has a diesel particulate filter, so that comes standard with all these guys. But this, you know, the engine rating is below 75 horsepower, which I do believe is a threshold. So 74.5 is what they advertise, so no diesel exhaust fluid. And that is the reason I got this machine with the high flow. So, and also, you know, 75 horsepower sucks less fuel. But I'm very impressed on the sweet spot they got for 75 horsepower, flow output, pushing output. I mean, I have this bucket, the bucket I have on it, I have it heaped with dirt and I'm still pushing. I mean, it's crazy for the, you know, for the size. So, all right, that is number 4, what I love about this. So, let's go inside here. Watch me clamber inside the sucker. See if I can do this one edit, no cut video. All right, so now my voice is probably sounding different. So the visibility out of this machine, granted I don't have a front bucket on it, so just imagine something is there. But for the visibility out of here, I love this machine. And what you can see backwards. I mean, you can see the tracks where they are in comparison to the body of the machine. It's kind of hard to see there, it's getting washed out. But you can see through the bottom of the loader arms where your tracks are. So that really helps in, you know, spatial awareness and safety. So I really, really love that. I mean, obviously out of the back of the machine, good luck. But that's why they have a camera. I mean, the camera is very decent. And I mean, the cab isn't super enormous, but it's perfect. I'm, you know, 6'4", 200-ish pounds, whatever. So it works really good. So yeah, I love the visibility. But, okay, so the last thing is the air ride seat. I don't know if those are standard or they're options or whatever, but it's a wonderful thing. Don't get the noises wrong. But yeah, it just adds to overall comfort. So let's get back out of here. A little tabby wabby. Push that. Don't hit myself on anything. But yeah, really loving this cab, the comfort. I mean, they did a really good job when it comes to, you know, making it comfortable. The AC system works good. I heard some people, you know, talk that the AC system isn't that great. It is what it is. I mean, you know, you like it or not, whatever. For me, it works good. I'm, you know, in Hawaii. Let's open this puppy back up. Put the little lock pin up in here so I can talk without the door closing. Perfect. All right, so that is 5 things I hate and 5 things I love about this machine. So now we're just going to go over some bonus things I did already here and there, and you know, we'll talk more about other things. So I'm going to just set something down here real quick. You know, just add to the trash that's everywhere. Sorry for the mess in the shop here, guys. But yeah, so the first thing I did was the backup alarm. I was really annoyed by it. I usually work alone. I mean, I didn't remove anything. I just added an option myself. So, as you can see here on the back panel, I added this nice little aluminum bar, you know, angle iron out of aluminum. Added these strobing LED lights. Of course, I don't have a wonderful assistant here to show them off, but they do blink quite nicely. And the way I set that up was I have wires coming from the light bar. You can see the back here. I don't know if you guys can see through that, but I use Deutsch connectors, just like the factory. So the backup alarm is here, not removed, nothing's removed. So if I wanted to, Here's the factory connector that I have a dead plug in here. Let's see if I can pull it out. There we go. Of course, I curled over the seal. Let me fix that real quick. It's fixed. So here's a dead end cap to prevent crap from getting into the factory connector. So I made a new connector to these lights and used the factory, if you can see, the factory input, so to speak. And then here's the backup alarm. So I just keep the backup alarm plugged. Click. So that's, you know, secure of dirt, water, whatever. And this shares the same bracket, and you know, I can switch back and forth if I need to. So if I need the backup alarm, I can use that, or I can use the lights for, you know, places that really get annoyed with constant beeping all day long. So that's kind of nice. All right, so that's one little upgrade I did. The little other upgrade is on the front. This is a Caterpillar product. As I said with the guarding isn't that great. I mean, this was totally exposed. It had a step on it, so I got a cover for this. And of course, it was for the electric version or some other kind of actuator. This is a hydraulic, you know, quick coupler, so that's kind of nice. But I had to modify, you know, cut out and modify for the hoses here. So I'll put a little anti-chafing there and all that jazz. And then also in the bottom, there's a you know, debris guard in there. I might have to cut holes in the bottom here to let debris out because, you know, it will accumulate. So I might do that. But yeah, so far those are the two major upgrades I did. So really like that. It's nice and thick, super thick steel, so I'm not getting all kinds of crap in there. All right, so, and another thing that people are like, what do you use for holding your cell phone and all that? So what I use and found, I mean, I've tried many different things. So many mounts vibrate and let your stuff loose. And so what I use here, I'm not sponsored or anything, is a mount from Tac Form. And what I love about them is they have a super heavy duty suction cup, so you can put it on the glass here. This one, I don't know what model this is, but I just found it. But it's super heavy duty. I mean, it does move around a little bit, but I mean, this thing holds the phone really, really well. I got a Samsung S21 Plus or whatever, so this holds it with the case. Opens quite a bit. And, you know, and it's fully adjustable on these balls, on these ball sockets. And this is all aluminum. This is not plastic or anything. The only thing is the plastic is the base here. Everything beyond that is aluminum, aluminum, aluminum. Plastic, you know, cinchers, you know, the bolts or the wing nuts that you use to tighten everything. But it is super, super cool and super adjustable. I mean, you got one ball socket here, one ball socket here, and then a twisting thing right there. So that's what I use. Works great. I use it on all my equipment. So I hope this video is not too long and not full of garbage. That is a look at my Cat 289D3. And if you guys have any questions or things that you guys want to see or hear or talk about, please comment down below. And as per usual, like and subscribe. Aloha.